Interest and penalties. In case in which tax laws require interest to be paid or an underpayment of income tax, an entity should begin recognizing interest expense in the first period. Interest would be the interest would begin accruing
according to the provisions
of the relevant tax law. The amount to be recognized is determined by applying the applicable statutory interest rate to the difference between the tax position recognized and amount previously. This is a very normal thing. See, even by a normal reading, you can understand. It requires no big explanation.
What is the usual statutory interest rate, Murli, for India?
I didn't understand your question, Srini. Could you just come again?
No, they are saying by applying the applicable statutory interest rate. So I'm just wondering what is the normal or usual statutory interest rate?
See, interest rate is not a single rate applicable to all sorts of scenario. For a particular scenario, different interest rate you have. For a different scenario, different interest rate. That is the reason as why
applicable
statutory.
Okay.
So therefore, I cannot quote one. See, it is something like I would just put it like this way. Yeah, it sounds or it reminds me of something like. A person from Punjab, when his cousin got a flourishing business, he moved from India to London. He took a visa and just gone, and his cousin said, I will help you. You listen to me as how I will help you. You have morning breakfast with me, and you can go for search for job. You come only in the night for sleep. That point of time when you are not having dinner, I will provide you.
Okay.
If it is very late, don't knock my door. Go to the nearest Gurudwara, go and sleep. I will make all arrangements.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah. I am helping you only to this extent. So if I want to help you beyond this, I will be cutting sorry figure with my family members. Family members. So I will give space for sleep, one meal. On Sunday, you can be with us. There is no problem at all. So that young guy understood. He wants only a foothold. He will know how to grow. He will know how to grow.
Right.
But he was very poor in English. He went to a juice shop, and in the list they have put it out like this way: pomegranate juice, sapota juice, apple juice, and they have put etc. And some pound shilling they have given. Daily he will go, and in the list he will be taking to the waiter this one. He will provide this. So later on he had just put etc. I want etc.
That would be nice.
What do you mean etc.?
They'll give everything.
No, you tell me etc. This person is not knowing. No, this one. So first day this, second day this, third day this, fourth day etc. you give. Only then the supplier said etc. is not one. It is many. Like that. Applicable statutory interest rate is what?
Etc.
I cannot tell one. If a tax position if a tax position does not meet the minimum statutory threshold to avoid payment of penalties, an entity should recognize an expense for the amount of penalty in the period in which the entity claims or expects to claim the position of the tax return. See, when penalty is to be taken up, it should be recognized at that point of time in which the entity claims or expects to claim the position in the tax return. So it is also normal. See, we used to have errors and changes in accounting estimate and all that. No, so Changes in accounting principle should be done on retrospective basis. Changes in estimate on prospective basis. Errors are to be rectified in the year in which it is discovered. So 2 years later, you find one mistake would mean it is not go to go back and rectify 2 years back financial statement, not retrospective. They have mentioned it as in the year in which discovery is made. Like that, in whichever period you identify that, that is what you are expected to do. Now,
And
all this,
these conditions, they do not come under the tax avoidance or tax evasion category, right, Murli?
see, I will tell you a very simple thing. Needle of suspicion when it is coming, then we have to be very careful. Hmm? If a person had accidentally fallen from the third floor on any other day, we will consider it as accidental. On the day when results of an examination is coming, post examination, when you find a person is reporting, then needle
There
of
is a
suspicion,
correlation.
you can understand it is not accident. It is he himself caused it.
It's a prima facie, yeah.
Likewise, you need to tell very clearly as whether it is avoidance or see, you cannot say ignorance and all that. Ignorance
Omission.
is not an excuse for being that is committing the error. So you should smart enough to do this. When you are having a business, when you are running it, you should be knowing what is right and what is wrong. When you have just done like this, then you get into this sort of
But you
problems.
cannot
Okay.
pretend as like a lack of knowledge and all those things, right? But
Correct, sir.
people always
See,
pretend.
when a person is suspected to have a connection with drug cartel, all of a sudden his family had vacated the place would mean what is it you would tell? Will you tell that he has gone on vacation or absconding?
A long vacation.